Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Big shout out to our notification gang. Thank you so much for your love and your support. Thank you. In today's video, I'm going to be tackling a juicy topic. I'm going to be tackling a topic that I was DM'd. I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper into it at another point in time, but I think right now we're gonna just touch the surface of it, and we're gonna be talking about friends, friendships. Yes. Friendships is a very juicy topic. Let me just sit properly. So I got a DM from someone just talking about how, you know, their friends drifting apart and things like that, and their friendship drama that was happening. And I was just like, ooh, oh, the days. I remember those days. She's a bit younger than me, a few years younger, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. I think she was about 17, 18 years old. And she was just asking for some advice and how to handle the situation and whether I've been through the situation and things like that. So that inspired me to talk about this topic of friendship and just encourage some of you guys and allow you to understand and stuff like that. So let's jump straight into the video. The thing about friends is that, you know, when you're younger, when you're in high school, when you're in a little bit of uni, but mostly when you're in high school and primary school, friends are very, very vital. Very, very vital. And you have a lot of them too. But as you progress higher up in sort of the education system or in years, you start to realize that a lot of problems start happening with friends. And also a lot of friends start separating, a lot of friends start having problems and things like that. And to be honest, based off the information that I've been given, based off what I've seen myself personally, based on, you know, what I've spoken about with other people, friendship is one of those things that sheds as you get older. I say sheds in the sense that, you know, you have friends in high school, in primary school, all your friends are your best friends. When you get to high school, you have like a few best friends. When you get a bit older, you may have 1 or 2 best friends, and then everybody else is sort of like on the outskirts. And some people don't even have a best friend. You know, there are actually people out there like that do not have a best friend, and it's something real, and it's not something to mock or laugh about or anything like that, because there are actually people that don't have best friends and are yearning for someone to be that close to them. Losing friends is something that happens to all of us. It's happened to the best of us. Even I've lost friends who I thought I was going to be with for, you know, the rest of my life. Not to say they've died or anything, but we're just not as close as we were, you know, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And that's what happens. People drift apart, things happen, people have disagreements and things like that. That's life, it happens. But with that being said, I also wanted to touch on the fact that I spoke about this in prayer, and I'm going to speak about it now. Friends are a relationship. Like with any relationship, you have to put in work in terms of communication, long-suffering, understanding, forgiveness. You know, we are all humans. You are human, and you will offend your friend, and she's human, he is human. He will offend he will offend you as well. It happens in life that you offend one another the same way that your parents offend you, your sister offends you, your brother offends you, your teacher offends you. There are people that offend you. I want to talk about an analogy where they said that, I can't remember who said it, that you don't get stepped on by someone who is standing a meter away from you. Because they're standing a meter away from you, your feet are not right there. You get stepped on by people who are close to you because they're close to you. So there's, you know, barely anywhere to stand. So you're going to step on each other's feet. And that's going to happen. And you're going to have disagreements and things like that. One thing I wanted to encourage you guys with is prayer. Pray for your friends. Pray for the people that you have around you. And if you don't have friends, if you're one of those people who's struggling at the moment, looking for friends, wanting to have friends, then you need to also pray for friends. pray for people to have around you. There was a certain point in time where I was really, really lonely as well, and I was looking for friends, and I prayed for people. I prayed for friends, that God, give me friends, give me people who you want to be in my life, give me people who you want to stay in my life. There is nothing wrong for you to pray. God gives you everything that you desire, everything that you need. If you need friends, pray for friends. He will give you the friends that you need. There's nothing silly or wrong about that. Pray. If you're having problems with your friends, pray about them, pray for them. Because the people you keep around you are who you are. The people you keep around you. You cannot hang out with murderers, people who murder, and you not murder. Because then that means you're condoning the murder because you know about those people that are murdering. Does that make sense? So that's what I mean when I say you are the people that you keep around you. Even though you may not go murder, you keeping around murderers as your friends and saying, this is my best friend Bob. Bob has killed 12 people. He's actually a serial killer. Sis. At some point you'll start to think it's okay to serial kill too, because all the people that you have around you are serial killers. Next thing we hear, Tatenda's a serial killer, or Tatenda tried to kill someone and you fail because you're not a natural born serial killer, you know? So it's important for you to keep the right people around you, and it's important for you to understand that there are sometimes some people that you have to let go, and there are sometimes some people that you don't have to let go. You need to know the difference between when to fight and when not to fight for your friends. If something has happened in your friendship and it has caused a disagreement and stuff like that, yes, pray about the relationship and try and make amends with your friends, because it says in the Word of God, by all means try and live peaceably with others. So that should be your endeavor, to try and live peaceably with others. Try to live at peace with others. So with that being said, there are instances where there is no amends, there is no coming to an agreement, and that's fine. That's fine, but you need to make sure that you're at peace with it. You need to make sure that God is the one who said leave the situation alone, not just you being prideful and hard-headed. If you're prideful and hard-headed, then that's a different story. But if you have tried to make amends, you have tried to fix it, you've tried to communicate, and it's still going nowhere, and you have prayed and God has said leave the situation, or God has said take a step back, then you take a step back, because God has allowed for that. And at some point you may make amends. At some point you may not make amends. It depends on how the situation goes, but there are some people in your lives that are meant to be there all the way up until your death. Then there are some people that will leave during your journey of life. And that's okay, it happens. It's sad when it first happens. When it first starts happening, you feel like something is being taken away from you and you feel like you can't function, you can't live. How are you meant to live without your friends? But after a while, you start to see it anyway. And it becomes easier and easier because you know who is your friend and who isn't. Because there's a difference between having best friends, having acquaintances, and having friends. There's a sermon that T.D. Jakes does where he talks about confidants. I forgot the other words that he talks about, but like the stages of people that you have around you, where there are people that are for you because you're for the same things. There are people who are for you because you're against what they're against. Then there are people who are for you, period, and for you doing well. And those are the people that you want to keep around you. Those are the people that you want to be your best friends. But that doesn't mean that you can't be friends with all those other people. It just means that you need to be aware of their position in your life, so that you don't tell information to the person who is against what you're against, because they're not for you in the first place. Without making this video too long, and without diving too deep, I just wanted to encourage some of you who are having friendship problems, who are having friendship dramas, who are at that stage in life where you're just a little bit confused with the whole friends thing, or maybe you don't really have a best friend at the moment and you're yearning for a best friend. I just wanted to encourage you that prayer has never failed. Prayer has never failed. Pray for the situation, pray for your friends, pray for your new best friend, pray for what you desire and what you need, and pray for the people around you. So that's the encouragement that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope it has been somewhat helpful. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. I love you guys so much.